No
Mhm.
worries about it too much. But yeah,
Alright, be right back.
take care. Goodbye, we'll miss you. And he's gone. He's gone forever. Those are the last words we ever
Alright.
heard from him.
Immediately gets back.
Immediately gets back. Oh no! A zombie! He's been resurrected! He's a lich! Okay.
With how
Yes?
stubborn my character sheet is, I've had to basically put the information for College of Adventure in my notes tab. Because it doesn't recognize the Grim Hollow books as, official D&D material.
Alright,
Well, yeah, of course, you can't have them in the compendium because I haven't bought them on Roll20.
I know. I've just put the things in my notes for now.
alright, I am back. How do I sound?
You sound like you're talking from inside a giraffe's rectum. Sorry about that, but you actually kind of sound worse than before.
Okay, in that case, I guess, I could go to, just do it through my, through my phone, since that's pretty
Yeah.
much gonna be the easiest.
I don't know why your phone's better than your laptop, but it just happened to be that way. Hello, greetings. Welcome to the stream, Hero Flame. Glad to
I
see you
get to
here.
get
Hey, Doug, can you say something? I haven't heard you since the beginning. Doug?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know,
Just wanted to make sure there wasn't a problem with, like,
I don't know
the...
why. I don't know why, but I'm the only person who I didn't put a little reactive thing so that people can know when I'm the one speaking.
Alright, I'm back.
I should completely redo the stream starting page eventually, but when I get time. So for now, we all doing okay?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
You okay? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Oh. Okay, I'll not draw attention to this. I'll tell you about it later in the middle of the session when it becomes relevant, because I think that might be it might be a fun pun. Or, you guys might hate me for it.
I mean, depends on the context. Okay, that does not bode well.
You can't say that to me. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot to set my next level maximum HP. There you go. Now I've done that.
We'll
if I
do
have a
the
good idea
15.
for a second level bard spell I can collect.
Well, I have a good idea for a cantrip.
I grabbed invisibility, but I gotta learn one more second level spell. With my level up.
I'm pretty much set with everything on my end.
Okay, cool. It looks like all the pre-stream
wait,
stuff has been dealt
second-
with.
Is it second level? Then Dragon's Breath, definitely.
Bards don't learn that.
I would like to say that I
No, wait,
believe
no.
there's a 4-second delay at most, which is good.
Oh, okay, there's no need for me to be quiet anymore. Oh yeah, sorry, I meant I didn't mean Dragon's Breath. I meant what's the name again? Oh yeah, Heat Metal, my favorite spell.
Have fun with that.
Litney.
Just remember, you don't have those spells until when I tell you you have the spells.
Yeah, heat metal would be my bet. Either that or kick the gab.
Yeah, honestly, it's like I had a previous character of mine had a torture method that he called the spicy meatball, where he cast it on a ball bearing
We
and
don't need to
forced
talk
someone to
about
swallow
that.
it.
That might be. It's a little too
Oh,
much.
it's
We don't need
star
to.
related.
We don't need to talk
It's
about the
not.
exact details of that. Anyway, hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. We
It was
have
star related.
have officially
Already
stopped.
demonetized.
No, no. We've officially started to stream. I see the two people who are waiting from even like 2 hours before stream just haven't shown up, which is interesting. That's interesting. Oh,
Wait,
does anyone want to give a quick recap of session 0?
Part 2. Well, we
ça fait du-
beat up some goblins, 2 of which we allowed to live. Got a new party member who's looks like a short stack goblin, and one of the goblins says looks like his ex-wife, and learned that they were employed by someone called the Dark Master that looked a lot like Litney, and not quite sure about that on the whole details. And now we are in a cave with three undead staring down Laviande.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It was a short session, but just, I mean, but the amount of things that happened was a short session. It's mostly just like RP stuff. I wonder if I should put secret. That'd be hilarious, but also at the same time kind of stupid.
You wonder if you put what? Sorry, you kind of cut out there.
Do not have any fear. Seeker is just what I call the player view.
Oh, okay.
It's the view, it's the stream's view. The stream chat is called Seeker because I call the stream chat Seekers. It is the least original name I could think of. I mean, it's somewhat original, but it's the least specific.
It's generic, but it gets the job done.
Yes.
Yeah.
It basically means absolutely nothing. It's just someone who's looking for something. Are you looking here for pleasure, knowledge? Well, if you're looking for knowledge, you probably is not the right place anymore. It used to be, not anymore. Okay. Let's see.
I mean, it's better than that one YouTuber, I don't remember which called this her fan boners, I think.
I wish I could get away with calling people that. That would be wonderful. Anyway. Right. So let's just say now I'm gonna move you all back to the actual map. Here you guys are. So I would like to just give you a little bit of a recap. Also, I would like to just remind you guys that this is a map which I drew. So if you see something, I put it there. Small reminder, no reason in particular. Yeah, I would like to get a tiny little bit of a missed RP done from last session before I start the turn order. So as you guys know, these two guys were also with you. I'm gonna say that you guys weren't actually paying too much attention to them specifically because you're more like taken aback by what all happened around. Like, oh, what is this cave? What is the implications here? The implications, right? Razzle was like looking for gold at the same time of puking. But I will say that one thing you notice is the dwarf, okay? Ayla, the dwarf, he seems a bit shaken seeing all of this stuff, which makes sense. You guys are also like a lot. At least one of you was pretty shaken as well. But he stands firm. Even though he's shaken, he stands firm, walking forward. The little boy on the other hand, the little burb, Zid. Yeah, Zid. Z-I-D. Zid. He seems completely unfazed by everything that's happening around here. Yes. That's just a little tiny bit of RP I'd like to just bring up before we start with Lavian. I mean, wait, sorry. I don't know how I could just completely forget your name. I'm so sorry. Okay, it starts with
Laviande
Litney.
or yeah.
Litney, at the
Huh.
start of your turn, specifically what happens is you just watching Laviande as she basically just starts walking over to the gap, and you're like, oh my god, what's she gonna do? And then you just see her just kind of just tilt 90 degrees to the side as she just walks along the wall and just crosses the gap. She is now
Yeah.
standing at the other side, and then you just hear a bunch of rattling bones, which as a rattling bone connoisseur, you understand that to be some kind of skeletal creature.
Oh boy.
And then Lavande just immediately just half turns away, is like, he's got the oh shit expression.
Nope.
And then that's what you know. You can immediately see this
Oh,
one
fuck.
poking out.
I need inedible ones.
You can immediately see this one poking out, but that's it. That's the only one you have line of sight to. But you know that Laviande was looking this way. So you can tell that there's probably something here as well. That is the most you
Hey,
know at
Burbs.
this point.
Litney will inform the others that about how where Laviande is looking at towards, or it's this direction, and is going to say, I'll handle the one I can see. Hey, if anything starts rushing at our new friend, take it down. And they are going to cast Chill Touch on the one they have line of sight out on.
To everyone in chat, I apologize. I'll fix this issue. There we go.
Did it roll? I have the thing over the. Oh, yeah, it did. Sorry. The first one.
Yep. So 22. Does a 22 hit a skeleton? A measly mere skeleton. I don't know. It seems like a very, very strong skeleton. Yes, a 22 hits.
All right
How
then.
dare you? How could you do this to my boys?
A one. A one. Really?
I find it so hilarious that skeletons are not immune to necrotic damage. They literally have nothing that can be rotted off.
Well, not necessarily. You can say that bone can still decay.
Well,
it's just. But now that it hits, the skeleton will have disadvantage on its attack roll until my next turn.
Fair enough.
So the hand just as like flicks the skeleton on where its nose should be.
You boop the skeleton bird's nose, and the skeleton bird rattles a bit and just opens its mouth, and you just hear, well, you don't hear anything actually. You just see kind of annoyed mist just pouring out. But that's it. That's the extent of this thing's communication. Annoyed mist.
Litney will just give a gesture like, come at me, bro.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of their turn.
Do you intend to stand right there?
Actually,
I asked for no reason in particular.
I might move a bit. I might move a bit back. Would this count as difficult terrain?
No, the diagonal is free.
All right, so I'll just move one space back. And
okay,
since my companions are a lot shorter, I shouldn't be. It shouldn't be too difficult for me to get a good, clean shot.
Screw you, you're short.
Absolutely covered. Okay. That's the end of your turn, sounds like. Laviande, you have 3 skeletons and, well, 2 skeleton birds and 1 slightly chilled skeleton bird.
Which one is slightly chilled?
the one up here.
Hmm.
It has been
Okay,
slightly chilled
now
for 1 point of damage.
I'm going. Okay. No, sorry about that. I know exactly what. Sorry about that. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So, first off, thing is, I'm going to go into like my kind of like going to the zone of like dodging shit because I'm small, which is something from my free level 1 feat that you, Alila Lakli,
Yep.
from my free level 1 feat that you give me. There you go. I'm just gonna put it in the chat so you can do. So which allows me to, as a number of time allowed, which is equal to my proficiency bonus. So twice, but I'm gonna use one use of the bonus dodge thingy. So anyone that tries to attack me will have disadvantage until the end of my until the start of my next turn, I believe. And okay, so that's my first attack. And can those birds fly?
That is a bonus action, not an attack.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
And my as my action,
Yeah.
so my attack.
Oh yeah. You
I'm
asked if the
going
birds
to.
can fly. Yeah. They are specifically built to fly.
Ah shit. Even as skeletons. All right. Okay.
I mean,
So
skeletons
Mathematics.
technically can't even walk. So yeah.
okay, I just wanted to make sure. In that case, I was. That kind of changes my strategy. So
I mean,
I don't want to
listen,
risk
there is
like
a
being
reason
smacked off the.
there is a reason this gap exists, and these skeleton birds are over here on this side.
I don't want to risk being smacked off the wall just yet. So instead, what I'm going to do, despite the slight amount of danger, is I'm going to get off the wall, run just over there. 1 second. There you go. Perfect. Voila. And sorry, voila is not like just me being fancy. I'm actually French. And there you go. I don't have advantage, so just there you go. Wham.
Okay, hold up. That's a 13 to hit.
Yep.
That exactly hits. Roll
All
me
right.
a,
Cool.
roll me a damage.
4 acid. Kind of disappointing, but hey, that's what I get.
Eh. I mean, 4 damage is still 4 damage. Yeah. You
Yeah.
run behind this thing and you just slash at it with your claws. Well, yeah, claws now.
I don't really have claws. There's just like 5 long, very sharp, freaky beaks that come out of the lamprey mouth that are the tip of all my fingers.
You use your claw beaks to slash at this creature, this skeletal creature. But as you strike it, you don't chip away at it. You instead try to burn it with acid.
Yeah, digest it.
You do manage to weaken a few of its bones, but it's still a healthy boy. Well, an unhealthy boy if you want to think of it that way. That is the end of your turn with an action, bonus action, movement.
Yeah.
It is
I
time for the
don't have
skeletons!
my reactions, but I can't do anything as my reaction, so.
Well,
Tough
it's time for
cookies.
the skeletons. And you know what I say? I say, this boy, he is. How could you do such a thing? He refuses to accept this. He doesn't want this. And so, here we go. Oh boy, that's a 16 even without. I didn't even add his attack bonus, but yeah.
Actually, does that hit me?
It's a
1
20.
second.
It's a 20.
Oh, well,
got
in
a
that
plus
case, yeah,
4
that
to
definitely
hit.
hits me.
Okay.
Even a 16 would have hit me.
Wonderful. That's unfortunate. No, wait. He has disadvantage because you have the dodge action. Remember that, bro.
And also,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
and also the chill touch.
That misses, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, my AC is
The
15.
chill touch only works against you. Litney.
Screw you.
Yeah, put something on you so we know you're dodging, please.
Yeah, right. Give me a second.
It's time for this second skeleton to the skeleton bird as it flies out and it decides to go circling behind you and flanking. It decides to attack. It gets a straight roll. But 11 plus 4 is equal to 15. A 15 to hit. Does a 15 hit you, boy? Eh? Boy?
Yes, I believe that. hits
Okay. Don't worry. He's just got farther things to do. I can look at his sheet and tell you if a 16 hits him. Boy.
Did you say 15?
Yes, a 15. Have no fear. I'm looking at his sheet.
Even if it didn't hit him, it hits
His
him now.
AC is 15, so a 15 does in fact hit him. How
Oof.
unfortunate. Well, you win some, you lose some. So we have a 1d4 plus 2, I believe? Yes, no. Yes, 1d4 plus 2. That's
Sorry,
50
I hope
points
you
of damage.
couldn't hear all that.
Hello, we did not hear any of that. But you did
Okay,
get
cool.
hit.
Oh,
This skeleton
shit.
bird ran up behind you. The skeleton bird ran up behind you, struck you in the back, and it dealt 2 points of damage. It just barely hit you.
Oof. Even with disadvantage?
Flanking.
Well, it's flanking.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's gonna
that's
be a
true.
flank.
So it was just like a normal roll in that case. Okay. How much did I get hit for?
2.
4 points of
4.
damage. It's a 1d6 plus 2. 4 points of damage. You're practically dead. Oh no.
I know you're saying that as a joke, but that's still a significant portion of my HP so far.
We're only
And-
level 2. We don't have that much health.
And this skeleton bird flies out over here, looks to the whole group over here, looks to the one goblin over here, and well, it's not an absolute.
I'm not a fucking goblin.
It's a skeleton. It doesn't know.
It doesn't have eyes.
Excuses. If Daredevil can do it, then you should be able to do it too.
But Daredevil had the green goop. This guy doesn't have green goop. He only has a 15
it
to
would
hit
be-
you, which hits you.
It would be disadvantage.
You're
since
right. You're right. My mistake. It hit you even harder. Take care.
Ah, shit.
That is 7 points of damage. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, goodness. Not good.
But that is the end of the skeleton's turn, so consider yourself lucky. Now it is time for the NPCs. And the NPCs step forward. We have the big dwarf boy who moves forward, assesses the situation, realizes he cannot reach you. He decides to step back and just ready in action to. Well, he reaches into his backpack and picks out a javelin. He's ready in action to throw a javelin. Because I believe it's just out of range. What's the range of the javelin? 30 feet. Yeah, he cannot hit you with a javelin. So he said just ready set action to just throw a javelin if a bird reaches within, his radius. The owl boy. The owl boy can fly because he is an Arakakra.
But there's a but there.
And he does. And the owl boy just kind of just lifts off the ground, flies over here. That's 40 feet of their movement speed. They land over here on this side, just poop, right at the edge, and they will throw a dart.
Hmm.
That hits. That absolutely hits.
Well,
He's
that's
going.
almost a nat 20.
Yeah, he's gonna hit this. It's, that's a nat 19. That's very unfortunate that this guy didn't have 3 levels of champion.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hits this guy over here. So he does flash R. 6 points of damage, which is actually just enough to kill this. As he just
Nice.
pulls out, he just flies over, pulls out a needle, and just throws it. And he just basically, the needle flies into the bird, and it just jabs right into one of the bones, which was partially melted off by acid, and just breaks right through, and just the bone cracks and snaps, and the thing's spine just completely just falls apart. And with his remaining 20 feet of movement, he can go nowhere except he is going to go over here, and he is going to attempt to bonus action. Actually, no, wait, that's stupid. He's gonna bonus action. He's gonna use his bonus action to cunning action dash, and he's just gonna be over here. He's gonna fly all the way back. He's like, nope, that's it. Good luck. That is the NPC's turn.
So, Razzle just kind of looks over from what they were doing, sees that there is a situation going on, decides to walk their way over. And there's only two things I can do at this distance, mostly because a lot of my spells require me to be within 30 feet. I'm going to give an inspiration die to Doug.
If only you knew healing word.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have one more thing. Pulls out accordion. And I'd like that skeleton there to make a wisdom save.
Does it have wisdom? It does indeed have a wisdom score. So
Cool.
slash
It needs to make a save.
20 minus 1. It rolls a
Let's just do it.
6. I mean,
Yes.
that's a total of
So-
6.
It's time for everyone's favorite bard move. You know it well.
You're going to insult its mother.
How are you going to insult it? How are you going to insult it?
By mimicking bird cry with an accordion.
The skeleton roll your damage.
Yeah, Razzle just begins doing harsh bird cry, specifically in an aggressive manner to either insult the bird or mess with it.
Roll me a damage.
Okie dokie. It's not a lot, but since it hits for maximum damage,
That is more helpful
Yeah.
than you know.
Razzle, you see this bird turn to look at you.
it also
It-
has disadvantage
Yep.
on its next attack.
I know, I marked with the red dot. Do you see this bird turn to look at you? It has no face. It cannot make a facial expression. It has no voice. It cannot speak. But as it opens its mouth, you can tell from the smell of the whisk leaving its mouth. Not even a smell. This bird is utterly devastated. As with all of your years as a mime, you can only imagine you must have insulted its mother harder than it can possibly imagine. And yes, those are crates.
Okay, thank you.
I drew this map, so if you have any question on anything, just let me know. Okay, I
Well,
take
that
it that's
was
the end of your
satisfying.
turn.
There's not much I could do. I gave someone inspiration, and that's the only spell I can cast at this range that works on skeletons. I would sleep them, but undead can't sleep.
Yeah.
You
What are you
could,
talking about? That's one
Actually,
beautiful target who can be put to sleep right there.
oh,
Oh,
screw
yeah,
you.
Give them a peaceful death, unable to defend themselves as they're pecked to death by
Come on, the
skeleton birds.
skeletons are your friends. Don't you want to help them? Heartless cat. Okay,
To be fair, I don't know if you know catapult or if it can even reach that far, but you could catapult a crate in one of their faces. Just saying.
There's not a reaction agent.
Anyways,
It's next turn. It's Doug. Oh, by the way, Razzle, are you gonna stand right there?
I guess I'll just kind of casually move over here
Okay.
behind the dwarf I gave inspiration.
Doug, it's your turn. What can you
Okay.
do?
I can point at the one with the red dot,
Yes.
and activate Toll the Dead. So I need a Wisdom saving throw from the skeleton bird.
This is the wisdom saving throw. He rolled an 8. He got an 8. So yeah,
Okay,
he
so he
failed.
takes 12 necrotic.
I can't believe it, but he failed. And that's 8 necrotic damage, which is
12.
12, which is actually enough to kill it. Can you describe how it dies?
Painfully to the sound of the death bell tolling.
This skeleton that was already devastated by what Razzle did to it. It just raises its beak high, almost like in mourning, and then you just point at it, and the bells of death start tolling, and its head shatters. Congratulations. Is that the end of your turn? Do you have anything else you want to do?
That is the end of what I can do.
That is fair. Godspeed. It is now Litney's turn. Hold up a second. For no reason particular, initiative 0, you guys just kind of hear a scratching sound. From somewhere in the cave. No reason in particular. Don't worry about it whatsoever. It's perfectly fine.
Oh god, there's something in the hole.
Purple worm.
I fucking hope not, you
can I roll for
psychopath.
protection?
2 purple worms.
Ugh.
Star,
Yes?
may I roll a perception to see where that scratching came from? Because that's too random for.
That would be a bonus action. If you're fine with that, go ahead.
Okay. Hold on. 11.
11. That's a decent roll. That is not enough. You have no clue.
Hmm.
It must just be your imagination. Must have been the
Okay.
wind.
I'm going to hold action and ready a chill touch. Chip. If the one facing Laviande, I'm gonna assume Laviande is gonna try running. Correct?
Depending on what happens, maybe.
I mean, who knows? She is her own woman. You have no clue what she's gonna do. She's wild like that, unpredictable.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold chill touch, because that's basically all I can do.
That is very fair. Okay, that'll be the end of your turn. Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, actually, I had a question about what I could do. I don't know if that's gonna be useful or if that's even gonna be possible, but they're skeletons, right? We're like clear about that. They're no flesh, no nothing.
Yeah.
Nope, they are just skeletal birds. There is.
All right, and my question is, how big are they, like compared to Laviande?
They are overall the size of a human skeleton, but in bird form, so kind of bent over. So in comparison to Laviande, they are much bigger than you, obviously.
All right, then screw you. Gets into ribcage.
Ah.
That's not a joke, by the way. I'm gonna straight up climb into this guy ribcage and dare him to do something about it.
I will count that. Okay, hold up. I love this as an RP moment. Are you prepared for what this will entail, though?
No.
No.
You know what?
Because this could be really cool, but are you prepared?
I wish I knew more. There's like 5 different things about me that say no, I shouldn't actually do this, considering I only have 5 HP left.
I will
And
say
that.
you will be safe from a direct attack from the bird,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Note
will
from the bird.
require you to
Mhm.
make an athletics check or an acrobatics check, because it could end very badly if you try to get inside of another creature.
Hmm.
So
The
you could
dang-
either die in front of the bird or
No.
die inside the bird.
No. Come on. It could be really cool, or it could be really deadly. I mean, who's to know? It's an adventure, isn't it? Lord
You're
gonna
Warlock
get
is
a
encouraging
mech
you. He says, do it.
Skeleton mech suit. Have at.
This bird, might I remind you, this skeleton bird is at full HP, and it is ever so slightly bigger than than the other ones.
Okay, let me just flip a fucking coin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might be having a fun moment
All right,
here.
so so do I do it on heads or tails?
I don't know. I think maybe
Head.
maybe number
Head.
one might be to do
All right,
it.
heads then.
Heads, you climb in
It
the
is
mouth.
then.
Tails, you climb in
Let's
the tail.
toss and tails. Oh, thank God. Because I was starting. So,
The goddess of luck is against fun.
I don't want.
I hate her now.
It's fun, but I just really don't want to die this early. So
Listen, you know what kind of DM I am. Do you think I would kill you in the name of fun?
oh yeah, that's actually yes.
That is true. But not in the way you'd expect. Same as you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to die this early.
Okay,
I'm all for my death being fun, but
go ahead.
yeah,
Go
no,
ahead.
later.
Your turn. The suck. You attempt to suck the bone. You do not. You miss.
I would
How about that?
highly suggest. I would
That-
highly suggest getting it out of the way,
That
or at
in
least leaving
fact
it.
does hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna use like I'm going to use a spell slot for this one because that's for like the where is it? There
Fair
you go.
enough. If not now, then when?
Okay, an extra 1d8.
I will
An
say
extra 1d8.
this: it is not alive, so you're not gonna get any bonus healing from it.
Yeah,
think
I
so.
know, but I know, but I just at least I'll have like, so I'll get to deal some decent damage. Okay, 6 plus 1d8 necrotic, and boom. So that's a total of 6, 7, 8 damage, and well, fuck me. Okay, that's and now if okay, I probably shouldn't have done that. Fuck my life, and no, it's too late to try to do the thing I was planning to do. So that's my action, my bonus action. Well, at least now if I... Okay, the cleric is not technically that far off, and at least now if I take damage, I won't
is all
straight
I
up...
can tell you.
I won't straight... At least now if I take damage and get reduced to 0 HP, I won't straight up die, I'll just be unconscious.
Fair enough.
So...
I have one
Chill
question
touch
for you.
ready.
Do you
like my
plan
odds.
on using your movement, or do you plan on not?
Well, there's not much I can do. Well, are any of these crates open? Hello?
This one that just happens to be
Okay, so would a
Laviande
tiny creature
size.
fit in it?
This
Alright,
this
cool.
crate that just happens to be Laviande size is open.
Alright, cool. Then bye-bye.
In
Oh shit! I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
You shouldn't have deleted your token.
Yeah, but okay, I'm putting it back.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I will say, curiously, you do find a bottle of expired lard in there.
Oh shit! Nice.
You don't know why there's a bottle of expired lard in there, but there it is. It is the skeleton's turn, and because you're in the crate, I'm going to count that as cover. So that's going to be a +5 to your AC.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's nice at least.
I mean,
Sorry for taking so long on my turn, by the way.
Don't worry. Specifically also because this is a skeleton bird. You're the one who's gonna die, so don't worry about it too much. So slash R 1d20 plus 4. Is got a +4 to hit. Here we go. Does it meet your AC +5? It does not, in fact, meet your AC +5. So the skeleton tries to just slam down on you, but you just barely manage to duck in the crate and just avoid getting crushed by it.
Star.
Yes.
Question. Hold on. Let me see. Is it within range?
Not yet. It's just barely out of range. However, because why not? You know.
Roll shield touch.
No. 1 second. Hey, Laviande, could you roll me your strength? A strength check. You know, like athletics or...
Mario's gonna die. Mario's gonna die.
Okay. Please. Oh, that's so good. You beat it.
Oh, thank
The
God.
skeletal bird reaches down and grabs the goddamn crate and just tries to fly up in the air holding the crate.
Yeah. And then he realized he's just holding the lid of the crate and there's just Laviande under it, flipping him off.
Basically, you seeing this, you're like, oh, no. And you basically just kind of jump in the crate and slam into the bottom. And it just kind of, the bottom just kind of gets, the nails come off. And the bottom just kind of falls down. And now the skeleton
makes
bird,
sense considering I'm literally weighing 150 kilograms.
Oh, yeah. So the skeletal bird gets knocked back because now all of a sudden the crate was lifting just became empty, and it is now within your range. You can use your triggered action.
Oh yeah, and also technically, didn't he just get out of my reach?
No, that wouldn't count because you're the one who it was mutual. So Patrick, you unfortunately you didn't have advantage. That misses by 1 point. Oh my God, that was so close. But you missed.
Yeah.
That is the end of the skeletal's turn. Because I did give it a tiny bit of a bonus letting it do that. The owl boy does nothing. Because the owl boy does not feel confident he can do what he did previously again. And, Laviande is not going to just get slaughtered to death. Bard.
So it's. Oh wait, no wait. It's. What about the dwarf? Is he still holding the action?
He's still holding the action. He can't hit it. It's still his range is only 30 feet. Razzle, do you? I will allow you one. Would you like to roll perception as a bonus, or?
Yes.
Yes.
I was about to ask that.
Before you move,
I'd like don't know.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah, I would like you just roll that.
Oh, come on.
That is one away from what you needed.
That's passive. That's my passive perception. I just rolled to get my natural stat.
So, as you step forward, readying your magic, you step onto the most distant edge of the platform, and you just hear a crack underneath. And you're like,
Uh-oh.
yeah, you basically, it's like, you just, it's like the Looney Tunes thing where you just like, you stand midair, you hold the sign that says, uh-oh, and then you're gonna start falling. You can
I
make
use a reaction to try to catch them?
Absolutely, you can. I'm
What
gonna
would you like
ask
me to
you
roll?
to roll. You can roll dexterity, or hold up. You can give advantage to Razzle making a dex save, specifically for
Okay.
this because you're right next to him. Her.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't need it.
Okay, I'd like to imagine that Doug just reaches out to try and help grab Razzle, and Razzle just looks down, sees that the ground's gonna fall underneath, and she just basically
Casually walks back onto the platform.
I'd like to imagine that it's the mime thing of, the platform falls, but you just raise your hands up and you just like walk backwards as if you're like on an invisible platform.
Yeah, just walk back.
Okay.
Sure.
You don't have to physically move. I will say you avoided that danger. So you can still use the rest of your turn.
Okay, so unless a creature caused that just
Wisdom
means
save.
the cliff is unstable. So that's, phew,
Who knows?
that's a relief.
Who knows? But you can expect me to do things like this. So, when I say things, keep an eye out.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. You guys are really asking these skeletons, are you wise, boy? You think you're wise? You're a wise guy? This guy is
by
not
the
a
way,
wise guy either.
Starlight,
It's time
you
for
forgot
a repeat
to
performance.
you need to add my
I
turn
know,
back
don't
into
worry.
the
No, don't
initiative.
worry.
I
Don't
forgot about
listen. Listen.
More accordion.
Do you think the skeleton's gonna survive long enough to get a second turn?
Just getting
that. Yeah,
damage.
but I'm still going before him, so just in case,
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Sorry, Raz. Sorry. Yes.
Either way,
Me.
3 damage, disadvantage. Have fun.
Yes.
That's the only encore you're getting.
This skeleton is looking very, very vulnerable right now. He's feeling attacked. He's feeling attacked on multiple fronts. And he doesn't understand why. Okay, that's the end of your turn. Doug, it's your turn.
I'm going to do an encore as well. So I'm going to need a wisdom save as I point at the skeleton bird. Oh, that's less fun.
Is this going to be the first time a skeleton can be a wise guy? Please. Yes! Yes, that skeleton decided. That skeleton decided, You can't see any facial expressions, but it tilts its head downward a tiny bit, and you can feel the determination. It has decided that it's not going to be looked down upon and attacked in such a way anymore. It's going to be a wise guy. It's going to actually stand up for itself. There's nothing you can do. And I just like to imagine whoever's turn it is next is probably going to kill this thing. Okay.
Yeah, no, sadly that's all I can do.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
It's Litney's turn?
Yep, Litney. It's your turn. Oh, no, wait, before your turn, Litney. Initiative 0. For no reason in particular.
How close
And then
does it sound?
you hear a crack, and you hear something fall. Off in the distance.
Anywhere specific?
Somewhere in front of you. It's a cave. Things echo a lot.
Alright, I want to use another bonus action to see if I can't and find out where the heck that's coming from.
Go ahead.
Because Yeah, it's starting to get a little. 14.
That is enough. The ground over here has a bit more of a crack on it. Another crack appeared, and you are almost certain there is some creature down in the pit that is trying to burrow through the ground and basically causing it to crack. You don't know if it's a big creature and it's really far away, or if it's a small creature and it's just really close and really adamant.
Gentlemen and lady, it seems we may have a little, an unwanted guest is underneath us. We should probably hurry up and get this over with. And second verse,
You
same as the
all
first.
help here.
Second verse, same as the first.
Okay. Chill, that does indeed hit. That's a very solid hit. Can you roll above a 2?
3.
Yes.
Good.
How do you
This
kill
time,
this?
Litney, he is like, out of respect for your determination, and I'll give you a quick death. I'll send you back quickly. And as you see Litney reach out, the same skeletal hand and comes out from the ground, grabs the bird and drags it under.
So the spectral hand grabs the bird and pulls it down to the ground. The bones shatter, and you guys can see a black mist in the shape of the bird just suddenly get pulled into the ground. Specifically, Laviande, you can hear a sound sort of familiar to you as that happens. You can't immediately place it. And with that, we end turn order.
Now then, shall we get going? I'd rather not stay long.
The ground? It's coming from under me, right?
Well,
No.
under where the group is.
Yeah, basically in this hole was the thing. The whatever, it's possibly down this hole, whatever, was causing all the scratching noises and cracking things.
Razzle, do you have any spell slots left?
I will say once the fighting stops, you hear the scratching sounds a bit more, but then it eventually stops. You don't know what that means. You don't have enough information about anything here.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, initiative has ended, so if you guys want to do something, go ahead. By the way, apparently one of your friends is in chat, Litney. Just wanted to say that.
Probably.
Yep. Use the power of the Blackwells.
Oh yeah, that was the DM for when during the Waterdeep campaign. And hey, Roasted.
So
Razzle likes to do an action.
Yes.
All right.
So
Checking.
yeah, okay, I'm gonna go in order right now, okay?
Okay.
First I'm gonna be like, Razzle, what do you want to do right now? Once combat's ended. Yes.
I want to look for caravans again. This time not for money, but for a spare torch, or at least a piece of wood I can set on fire.
Laviande
Yes.
looking very much worse for wear is just going to open all the crates. But Raz first,
Yeah.
sorry.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so Razzle, this caravan, the first caravan here right next to you, it's kind of rotted. The other caravan that's broken up completely, that's also pretty rotted. But this caravan over here, it seems to be the most recent. It's only like a few weeks old, so the food's still fairly usable. You can't immediately find. Yeah, you can find torches as well. In in the cargo, there's like a bunch of torches. Quite a few of them are just completely useless, but you could still use at least you could still get like about 3 usable torches from it.
Like, as long as there's wood and there's cloth, a torch can be made.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I'm going to take the 3 torches that are already made.
Yeah, we're talking about like proper torches, the ones that will last.
Yes. And I'm going to light one and walk over to the pit.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I would just like you, Razzle, because you have been investigating those wagons, right?
Yes.
I would just like you to just roll me a flat intelligence or history or something of the sort.
Oh dear. This is
Uh,
not one of their priorities because they are not smart.
Well, I'm sorry,
You
but
said history or what?
yeah, history or just flat intelligence if you want, or flat wisdom if you prefer.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm going to roll for history because that's the only thing I have any chance of getting anything because
Well,
it's the only step.
You are a bard after all.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
well that's moderately better than I thought it'd be.
Not bad, not bad at all. That's good. That is definitely good.
Okay.
Okay. So as you're looking at these wagons, you notice that one of these wagons, this one down here, the older one, seems to specifically be like it's marked out that it's a good delivery for Lariate Mexponal. I'm posting that in the chat. You, with your so and so knowledge of the area, but mostly just because you are you are what you are.
Yes.
You do know that is a fairly well-known wizard, and if goods are being delivered to a fairly well-known wizard, that might be something of value.
Well, I already robbed the gold.
Oh no. Yeah. In the carts over here is a little bit of gold, but most of the carts have been unloaded. Where have they been
Guess I'll search
unloaded to?
again. Or well, no, it wouldn't be here. They already stole it.
But where
So
has
it's
it
gotta-
gone?
Razzle's just going to do what they said before. Go over to the pit with a lit torch, and I'm gonna chuck it in.
The torch finds its way to the bottom rather fast, and you see nothing of particular note. Nothing that Laviande hasn't pointed out. A bunch of spikes, a
Okay,
lot of them
Litney.
broken, and at least 3 goblin corpses.
Still gotta check.
You cannot see, there's nothing visible to your eyes. Okay, next I'll go with Doug. What do you want to do? What are you planning on doing here?
I was planning on doing pretty much the exact same thing. I was going to pick up a stone, I was going to cast light on it, and I was going to throw it down the hole.
That's also a fair assumption.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's out of range for me to cast any healing on him, so I'm going to do nothing.
Nothing? You don't have anything
Nothing.
you don't have any questions you have about the map? Nothing you want to look at?
Well, I did, but you already answered the question. So
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So we'll say that Doug's basically just helping Razzle with the affair.
All right.
Maybe along with like Razzle throwing a torch, Doug is also throwing down a stone of light so that you can just see more clearly, right? Just in case there's something you missed. Fair enough. Now let's go with Razzle. With Litney. Litney, what are you up to?
I'm going to look to and maybe to Doug, like, okay, so we have some crates here now. Oh, let's see if we can't get them loaded up onto the wagon, so we can bring these back to town. Maybe we might get a handsome reward for it.
Ayla looks to the wagons. Most of these wagons are broken. Maybe that one over there we might be able to patch up with another wheel from one of the wagons, but it might not last very long. And also, he just kind of looks at these. Goes over, looks at these crates, and just looks into them. These crates have been already emptied. There's nothing much in here. I think maybe they took it somewhere else. He just kind of like glances over to the other side. Maybe deeper into the cave. I don't know. I do know that
Alright.
this cave is a lot deeper than just this. I could tell you that much for nothing.
Alright then. Laviande, Laviande, Litney calls out. Do you see anything
What?
of value? Do you see anything, any safe way for us to, get over there?
And with that,
I'm
it's Laviande's
searching.
turn. Okay, and with that, Laviande's turn. What specifically are you doing?
Okay, two things I'm going to do. First off, I'm going to check out this wall because I'm assuming it's not drawn that way for no reason.
That specific wall, when you look into it, roll me something. Perception, investigation, either of the two. I'm good with
All
either.
right, let me give me a give me.
Or if you prefer, you can also roll me a flat D100 and I'll check your luck instead. I don't mind. Do you want your eyes, your brain, or your luck to be tested?
My forehead? No, I'm kidding. I'm
I don't think you have the athletics check. Perception 8. Yeah, that's a wall, all right. Sure is a
shit.
weird wall. I wonder if there's anything useful about this wall. You can't.
Well,
You
I'm
can't
not
figure
smart
it out.
enough for that. Hey, just in case there's a weird ass wall over there. Anyway, she's then gonna walk off and go through all the crates and say, "I'm checking the crates. Give me a second."
So these crates are mostly like just half unloaded and stuff. There's just a bunch of random tat in it, like a few books here, like a bunch of just these kind of like these tiny little bits of like like Smith kits or alchemy kits, just like a lot of replaceable parts in the kits. It's not like there's not enough here to make a full kit, but there's basically just like, oh, if you want to just get replacements for bits and pieces, that's what is mostly in here. You can tell that there's like a low value stuff here. And what's Laviande's intelligence score?
Her score?
Yeah. Just tell me her score.
-1. It's an 8.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you the details. I'm not going to tell you the basic assumption then. But
she's not like
Yeah.
completely dim-witted, but she's
so
more wise than
essentially,
intelligent.
there is items of very low value here. That's all I can tell you. You know?
Well, in that case, the last thing I'm going to do is that I'm gonna turn back to this wall and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it out of spite.
Wait,
It's just like
Goblin.
wait, Eldritch Blast what?
the wall.
This one right here?
Yeah,
Okay, sure, go ahead.
and I roll a nat 20 on it.
It's a
Well-
bad option.
Well, I'm not going to say it's a good. Roll damage just for fun.
Would it be critical?
It will
Yeah,
be
it's a critical.
Right.
If there was anything there, it's not anymore. You just destroyed it.
I mean, you don't know that for sure. That
I
might-
know, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
If there was something there, not anymore.
Oh shucks, I don't know. Was there anything there? Who even knows? Maybe that
I'm
was. Maybe that
just
wasn't.
if that matters, I'm aiming for like the
don't-
top of the wall.
Don't worry about it too much. So basically, you you basically shoot your Eldritch Blast directly at that wall, and it just completely shatters. There's a fairly loud reverberation from that because you did break this, even though it was hollow, a fairly chunky bit of stone, and it's in this cave. It might have been the loudest attack so far, considering everything else is just a bit of magic and like needles.
Mhm.
There is once again the scratch, 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 scratch
Oh.
underneath, quite a bit louder.
Guys,
None
get
of
back.
you can tell if it's approaching you or not. In fact, I don't like. The only one I'd allow is just I'd allow Doug to make a history check, but that's the one he's the only person I'd allow. But Laviande, congratulations, because out of that little bit which you destroyed
Mhm.
comes pouring out a bunch of shiny things, a lot of which are just just shiny pebbles, just a bunch of like useless little shiny little metal bits like really really polished bronze coins that might have been a little bit rusted, and also a diamond worth
Yeah.
roughly 80 gold.
Oh, mine. See, I told you violence was the answer.
Looking at this diamond, it's got this kind of a dark light effect to it. You can't immediately tell what it is, but you can look at it, you can think, oh, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Doug, with your history of 10, you don't know. There's a lot of shit in the frontier region.
I haven't even shown him the
Yep.
hit yet. I'm just gonna say, hey, I destroyed a wall and there's a bunch of shiny crap over there.
No, I was giving Doug's history check was for the sound.
Oh, sorry.
You don't know, Doug. It's just a lot of weird shit going on in the frontier region. It could be a
Yeah, I
monster.
just.
It could be just, maybe that's how earthquakes work here. You don't know.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Totally an option.
Well, I'm going to, if that matters, I'm going to grab everything and wrap them into
By the
like
way, since
whatever I can.
since you are looking around, I will make this bit of area visible.
Hmm.
There you go.
Where?
Down
I
here.
can't see shit, Captain.
There is a wall down there. So far, it's the only man-made bit of this cave that you've seen.
Hmm.
There is just there's a wall over there. A very, very heavy-looking wooden and metal wall.
Do I still have the bottle? Sorry, I know I'm taking a lot of time, but do I still have the bottle of lard?
You do.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna fucking drink that. I'll get salmonella. It's expired, but I'm going to fucking spread it all over the wall, and I'm going to yell. This time, I'm not gonna do it recklessly. I'm just going
What
to
wall?
yell back over the
What wall?
this wall, the one that you just described, the one made out of wood.
Okay, before he does this, Razzle goes over to the bird and hands it a rope.
I will ask, how come none of you are like, how come you're not trying to help the others get
I
across,
just
considering you're
said,
literally the only
Razzle
person?
gives the bird boy.
Yeah, I know. I
a
want
rope.
to help others get across, but the thing is,
I know.
I'm not sure if I'm actually like sturdy-fingered enough to get everyone that's gonna get attached to me. I'm afraid that if someone grabs onto me and then I carry them across, either it's just gonna be a little too heavy for me to handle and we're both gonna drop in the fucking hole, or at least one of us will. So that's kind of like what I'm worried about right now.
Well,
I know I can
all
make
you
the
need to
journey
do
by
is carry
myself,
the
but like.
other
I
powerful
am whatever. It's fine. I imagine that you would do the rope thing, but it's fine. So, Razzle, I'm gonna pause you, Laviande. So, Razzle, you give the rope to the bird and want him to fly across, right?
Yeah, if I see her do that, I'll think, oh yeah, that's smart, and I'll try to find a stalagmite
Yes,
to like
yes,
attach it.
yeah. So is that what you're trying to do that, right, Razzle?
Razzle just finds the heaviest thing on this side and ties their end on it.
Okay. The bird will fly over, and the bird will just look around and not exactly know what to tie it to because the bird is a little boy. He can fly. He can throw things. But that's it.
Use Laviande. Apparently, they're the
Yeah.
heaviest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah, that's a fair assumption.
So basically,
I'm like 500 and 150 kilos,
Yeah.
and I can like touch to walls, so I'm just gonna,
yeah,
yeah,
so
just tie it around my waist, and I'm gonna
Lavian-
grab onto this wall.
Yes, Laviande will help in tethering it over. So what? You just got this rope taut from one end to the other. Are you guys gonna come across this like any other way? Like, I mean, no. Like, what do you got planned? Just crawling across the rope?
Will we
Well,
need to
Doug's
make
definitely going to crawl across it. Raz might be able to tightrope.
Okay.
question? Will we need to make any checks then?
If you do not have any extra ideas other than just cross the rope, yes. If you have like, oh, I will use this as support or something like that, then I probably won't make you do a check if it seems stable enough. If you're just gonna say, I'm going to grab the rope and I'm going to go across it, then I'm gonna need you to make checks.
Okay. Let me think here.
Before I do, I'm going to check. I'm going to check this room right here for anything.
That
That
is the
just has a
room
lot of
which,
corpses.
yeah, that's the room with the corpses. It mostly it's just the horse corpses and stuff.
All right.
Give me one.
So I'd rather not take too much of a risk going over. So
Is there anything else you'd like to look at?
I know I checked these right
Yep.
here, and you said they were all full of knickknacks.
No. These crates here, these crates are empty. These
Alright.
are filled with cheap knickknacks. Okay?
Ah,
No value.
okay.
No value.
All right.
It's almost as
Okay.
if there's a meaning to it.
Let's see. I guess I can try and I'm gonna have Ratchel go first across the rope.
Okay?
And then fall behind her.
Ratchel does not need a check. Because Ratchel
Okay.
is a rat and the rope is like a bridge to them.
And what sort of okay, so if I don't want to make a check, what do I need to do?
Give me any way that you don't need to make a check.
Let's see. I
Like,
guess
why don't you just explain to me, like, how do you want to cross it? Like, if you just say I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna try to move across it with my sheer body, then that's a matter of you gotta make that kind of check. If you're gonna say, I'm gonna use this resource or
I think I know what Raz is gonna do. 100%.
I'll let you go first.
It's time to put circus training to the test.
I thought you were a mime. I imagine the sign just shows up.
Razzle's just like, and where do you think a mime gets a career?
I don't know, stage performance?
Hold on.
I see a nat 1 in there. That's kind of unfortunate.
No, lucky.
Well, a 13. Is that acrobatics?
Yes.
Well, that's enough, definitely.
And thus, the rabbit's foot makes its work.
All right.
So
I will.
Razzle just kind of tight ropes across, huh?
Just kind of a casual walk.
I'd like to imagine that because it's a mime, Razzle basically just walks up the rope and just holds out and acts like they're climbing a ladder. And then they climb
Yeah.
onto the top of the rope and they just casually walk across. And it looks like they're
Yeah.
just walking across a bridge.
All right. So, is there in the other card? Is there another set of rope?
There will be rope around, yes.
I will take
rope
some.
is an invaluable thing for many carriages. And the ropes were not important enough to take.
I will take a rope. Ask Zid to take this one. I'm going to try and double the rope bridge. That way, I can at least upside down crawl my way over.
Okay, so yeah, basically, so you're trying to basically have a second rope that just runs parallel to this one so that you have two things to hold on to.
Yes.
Sure. Laviande, yes.
Then why the fuck have I tied it around myself? I'm just gonna tie it to
I don't
the
know
fucking
why.
stalagmite.
I don't
you're
know why.
heavier
You
than
didn't ask
any of
any
those.
questions, you just did.
I said I wanted to tie it to a stalagmite, and everyone suggested, oh, you should tie it to yourself. So I thought, oh, there's not any stalagmites, so I did.
You're more solid than a stalagmite.
Screw
mean-
you.
Sorry.
I mean,
You
to be
weigh like
fair,
4
you
times
could
what a
tie
dwarf
it to
does.
yourself and hug a stalagmite.
Yeah, well, that's what kind of like what I realized I did for the last 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh, fuck me, why am I so dumb?
Anyways,
Yeah, go ahead. I will
have-
allow you to. You know what?
Mhm.
Because you've gone ahead and
I'll-
made this extra safe, I will say you can roll dexterity with advantage. The DC is not that high.
All right. Hopefully,
Fingers crossed.
acrobatics.
Fingers crossed.
Acrobatics check.
Yeah, roll your acrobatics. With advantage, fingers
With
crossed.
14.
That is enough. You can cross, no issues. Yeah.
Mhm.
Doug, for you also, the rope has been strengthened because now there are two ropes for you to be able to grab across, for you to grab and
Okay.
move it.
Okay, I'll move along then. Oh well.
Oh yeah, you still have your
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
it's gonna do anything though.
Well, this is what I like to imagine happened. Okay, because of that, Doug. So you just reach out, you grab on the ropes, and you just start to climb up, and then just immediately the ropes tied to the wagon. You just hear a creaking noise, and then you just notice, oh no, the wagon's moving, and you realize you might be a bit too heavy. Huh? You might be a bit too heavy and a bit too unlucky. And so basically the rope, the wagon moves forward and the rope starts to sag quite a bit. Ayla
question.
is going to help on this side to grab the wagon and stop it from falling. I'm gonna need you to just make another acrobatics check, please.
Question.
Yes.
And am I able to cast mage? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say cast mage hand to try and keep the rope from
10
sagging.
pounds.
There is nothing
Yeah.
you can do on that side. All you
Alright.
can do is just make sure that the ropes are firm on that side. But yeah, so Doug, you managed to keep yourself
Right.
stable immediately.
Okay.
Like once this falls, once this happens, okay, you just feel like your stomach, your gut rise up to your throat almost, okay, and you just grab on, and then luckily with the other dwarf over there. The rope is now taut again, and you have no issues whatsoever crossing. But that was
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yep.
And
Rash
Almost
just kind of looks
forgot.
over to the other dwarf that's still over there, raises a sign that just says, "You just guard the entrance of the cave."
I'm not going to cross this no matter what you say. You take care. The dwarf just looks and just sees like this pit which the other dwarf almost fell into, and he's like, "Nah, no, I'm good." And just gonna stand over
Think
there.
about it. He doesn't have himself on that side to keep wagon from falling. So if
Yeah.
he tried to do it,
If he feels
probably
there's no
fall.
one left to catch him,
He'd get lucky and do like a running a long jump or something and just jump the entire thing.
maybe.
that is like 30 feet.
Yep.
Oh, so Laviande, what are you trying to do with the expired lard? I don't inspire.
Yeah, I'm
Very
trying
good.
to like use the grease of the lard to like smear the wall if I see if I don't see anything that can like hinges or anything. Or if I do see hinges, then I'm going to grease those hinges and see if that means that it becomes more openable.
You
Hey,
yes.
I'm a thief. Can I just perceive to see if there's like an obvious thief thing I could find?
Go ahead. Do your thief
Like an
thing, rogue.
Like there's like an obvious lever somewhere.
Go ahead. Perceive. I love how you didn't even wait for me to. You didn't even ask for a description of this wall, and you just straight up like, "Can I lard it? I wish
I
to
got a
lard the
14.
wall, please." Okay, so
okay, when you say it like that, it does sound retarded, but
Yeah.
I thought you were
So,
going to say that
Razzle,
I will use this to blow up the wall. I'm like, that's not gonna work. Okay, so Razzle, you're looking at this wall, okay? It is tall. Basically, it reaches from the ground all the way up
Yep.
to the roof of this cave. There's no way for you to just go past it. It's very well built. On this side, you can see no handles, levers, or anything of the sort that would let you enter. You're not entirely sure how it's supposed. You're not entirely sure, like immediately, how you're supposed to enter from this side, and you realize, oh, it's a one-sided door. It's supposed to specifically be open from the other side. So you can't just, you can't just open it from this side. There's no way. There's no mechanism. There's no visible hinges as well. You imagine that hinges, whatever is there, must be just kind of hidden on the other side. It's kind of like a wall on this side.
it's like a wall, but
Laviande, it is not hollow. It is
Oh.
quite thick.
Yeah, but like, if I knock on it, is there any reverb that comes from the other side or not?
It is too thick for that to happen.
Mm.
It has to be. It has to be pretty
Laviande.
thin. It has to be. Fairly thin for you to be able to hear that.
All right, Laviande is going to do is that I don't know if I larded the wall yet, but doesn't really matter.
I mean, you could if you want to, but I don't know. What
It doesn't matter. I will anyway if I get the answer I want. I'm gonna turn to Doug and say, "Hey, I hope it's not racist to know to ask a dwarf if about structural integrity of a cave, but do you think that if I burned this thing, it would like cause the cave to collapse?"
Doug, as a dwarf, you would know that this is one of those doors which is fireproof. Because you've got these back home as well.
Yeah.
They may be wooden, but they are heavily treated.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's why I wanted to grease it. What?
Basic-
Fat burns.
Basically,
Yeah.
what he's asking, if he
But the
burns
door
this
won't burn.
thing-
The door will not
No.
burn.
Rock.
Well,
You're
I mean,
burning
you said that
rock.
the door is wooden, right? So I've got an
It's-
axe.
Wait, it's wood.
It's partially
Oh, yeah,
wooden.
that's
And it's
true.
also metal.
Wait,
Hmm.
There's
Razzle's
wood
dumb
and
idea.
metal.
Yeah, but I mean, I can just start
I
digging
mean,
into
have
it
you
like
not heard of
lumber.
ironwood?
I mean,
I
That's
roll
a dumb
I
idea.
roll to seduce the door.
Where did you do
No.
that? I need to see it. Give it to me.
Me?
No.
You said you.
Raz has an
I
idea.
haven't done it.
The door is flattered, but the door does not seem particularly interested. You imagine it must be asexual.
Ah,
Either
yeah.
that, or you do not look significantly like a door enough.
Hmm.
What
Raz
is
has a
Lavi-
dumb idea.
What is
Right.
Litney doing, by the way? Litney, there's not much useful unless you there's a if you wanna carry literally everything there, you're not gonna get a good value for it.
Yeah, I was just double checking just because if there's a free tool, a thieves tool, I could take it.
No, but there are little bits and pieces that go into a thieves toolkit. It's kind of more like if you had it, it's kind of like more if you collect enough stuff, you could make a toolkit on your own.
Okay. So if
But
there's not really anything that valuable, then he's gonna come over here and like, so what's the holdup?
Raz raises the side. Door.
I did not expect you guys to have this much trouble with the door.
Can I?
Raz
Well,
has
if
an
I were
idea,
just
no one's letting me
one
do
level
it.
higher, if the level up had already happened, then I would be able to do something about it. But since it hasn't happened yet,
Raz
let
raises another side. I
Yeah, let-
have a suggestion.
I am surprised you guys are not asking more questions.
all right. Anyways, Lindy's like, okay, you have the floor.
All right.
Raz.
Raz looks to the Phistaco and points to the door with the sign saying, "Can you use your suction cup hand things to stick to the door?"
Oh yeah, that's true. It might not actually be locked. I'm gonna try that.
No,
I'm gonna pull as hard as I can.
Raz is just getting more rope ready.
Roll me athletics. Let's see if you get a high enough number.
Struggling, she turns to Raz and goes,
I
"Hey, can
mean-
you play magic music and like maybe give me a hand also while you're at it?"
I mean, I will say this door wasn't made to hold back a giant, but a giant wouldn't fit in here, so we'll see what
Raz has
happens.
been readying rope, of which he is getting ready to tie around your waist because the obvious solution here is suction cup pull method.
Oh.
Attach an anchor to the floor, get 4 people to pull, and the
I'm
door
not
most likely
You know-
will open.
You know what? If you're gonna brute force this, pick one of you guys and roll athletics with advantage, and we'll just add a number
Not
to
me.
it.
My strength score is 8.
I have no strength.
I'm
You are a party
fine.
of weaklings, and you're attempting to brute force this door. You're an army of magicians.
Doug,
Hey,
Doug,
whoa,
you
there's
have to.
still
You're
4
half a
of us.
fighter. You have to have something, right?
Well, I mean, I've got a 1 in athletics.
Okay, that's already
Good
enough.
enough.
I'm still gonna grease the hinges to be sure.
You guys asked for puzzles and exploration. I gave you a door.
Why?
Yeah,
It's a
door that
great
opens
puzzle.
one way, and it looks. Forget it.
Okay. Is
Let's go.
it because the map is not clear enough?
Probably.
maybe
I-
I don't know.
Okay, look here.
let's go.
This, I don't want to show too much because then you're gonna see how thin it. You're gonna see the thickness and stuff, and you don't have that information. But here, look here. There is. Okay, let me describe this clearly. So there is a pillar of rock in between, and then there is this big wooden and metal wall to the left and to the right. So this is rock from the from the ceiling to the ground. This wooden metal, this wooden metal. Okay, it is very thick and very strong. It is closer to a barricade than a door.
Yeah, but if there is a barricade, that implies that there's something on the other side. What is your point?
My point is, why didn't you? Who's going to actually roll athletics?
I suppose I am.
Yeah.
Then roll athletics with advantage. I'll give you a plus something, and I'll tell you if you actually managed to. You're not.
Nope.
Pull as you
I
might.
just- You pull and then
Oh,
shit!
I got Bardic
Advantage.
Inspiration, right?
You learn one thing about this barricade thing. It
What
does
would fit?
it does not open towards you. You
Roll
know
again.
that
Right.
much at the very least.
Wait a
You have advantage.
Laviande
Roll a
just
second
smacks
time.
herself in the forehead and
He
just
did.
goes,
too.
"Oh, son
Right.
of
Got
a
an 8
bitch!"
and a
rolled
4.
Yeah.
And
I've
she
got
just
advantage
like
roll mechanics.
She just like okay, so Lavian's gonna do one last thing. She's going to cast Expeditious Retreat on herself and says, "I'm gonna do this the next person that just the next person that gets me to a
Razzle
tavern
rolled
go."
18 on athletics.
Okay, you roll an 18 on athletics. You can roll again with it for advantage if you want.
I don't
Yeah,
see
well,
why. But,
Okay. Fine.
I mean,
Well,
we are wasting a
oh,
lot.
nat 20.
that is
That's
just barely enough. You're pulling
Rather
or
noise.
pushing. You're pulling, right?
No, it's a one-way door. It comes towards us.
You pulled it last time and that didn't work, and I told you it doesn't open towards you.
Is it a push door?
It's a pull. Well, yeah, push.
If
Yeah.
you are pulling, I will say you just barely managed to beat the DC. I can't believe none of you tried pushing it, but sure.
You
I
said
was told you that
one-way
everyone was
door
fucking-
opens towards us.
I
I'll
said
be
you
right
know
back.
from
one.
the other
Give me a
side.
second.
Okay, I said you know one thing about this door. It does not open towards you.
Yeah, but at the beginning you said that it opens from the other side, which means you got to be on the other side to push it. If it's a
Yeah.
push door.
I never said it's a push door. I said there's
No,
no
you
way.
didn't say it's
Open
a
it
push
from
door,
that
but you said it
That is
opens
no
from the
way
other
to
side.
open on this
everyone,
side, is
everyone.
what I said.
Everyone, calm down.
I said there is no way to open it from this side. There's no mechanism. Any mechanism to open it must be on the other side. So I'm going to say pushing or pulling with a nat 20, you do manage to beat the mechanism.
All right, there we go.
You guys, oh, was I really
Hey, it's
that
not our
unclear?
fault. You can't explain that this is a door that pushes from our side.
Well, you have no way of knowing that.
Cool. From what you were telling us, you made us think like push was the other way.
Anyways,
It does. I will tell you this.
see.
It doesn't push or pull. It is
forget
not
it.
a push or pull door. Anyway,
all right,
either way, you managed
I
to
don't know
break
what you
the
were
door.
expecting us to do.
calm down, calm
I
down.
was expecting you guys to at least, try to use some tools, some devices, something of the sort. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine.
All right, so
I can make alcohol. Does that count as a tool that would open a door?
It's fine. It's fine. Next time I'll look into what. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. I'll try to explain it more clearly next time. I'll try to think of a better way to describe it. But anyway, you guys, all four of you, pull this door as hard as you possibly can, and you hear just something as you're like pulling this door and pulling and pulling. You hear something click, click, and just something snap. And you just hear something snap on the other side as the door kind of like you barely managed to pull it 5 degrees. And then the door just kind of falls down, straight down. It slides down like a gate.
huh?
You broke the mechanism. It is not a door. I told you it's more like a wall to you guys because it goes
It's like
down.
a gate. It's
It-
like a gate.
All closed doors are like a wall.
it goes down. Hold up 1 second.
What do we see?
And as soon as it goes down, you can see further into the cave. Give me 1 second. You can see further into the cave. There's not immediately you can't make out, what's on either side, just because it's kind of like a lot of dust kicks up when the door slams down, and it takes a bit of time for the dust to settle, and you guys can see that, yeah, for this much at least, the cave looks fairly normal-ish until when you look forward, like towards the end wall, there's like tons and tons of just random rubbish just littered all over the place with like dried congealed blood just dribbled all around, just fungi growing all over the wall and everything.
So Razzle rolled to perceive. They can't see anything.
Yeah.
Or at least nothing important. There's a tunnel.
Can I roll for perception or investigation to see if there's anything that might indicate there's a trap?
Oh yeah, by the way, go ahead, roll, please. Anyone who wants to is welcome to roll.
You're
Roll.
okay with the investigation or perception?
Roll either.
I see.
That's a nat 1.
That's a nat 1 indeed. By the way, Doug, with your 8 perception, you can at least see that there's like a switch built into this side of the door over here that could have been pulled. You imagine that if you had some way of like reaching over to the other side, you could have pulled it over, but you can't immediately tell how you could have done that. Possibly, if you could like chip away at the walls, maybe if you could like, find a way to like throw something from, like from up the very tip top of the ceiling, maybe. Who knows?
I'm going to carefully walk in the moment anything. I'm going to hold an action to dodge if there's any traps that require me to get hit.
Go ahead. So what's your formation? Just out of curiosity for the four of you, what's your formation?
I suppose the one with the highest perception should go first.
The highest perception, that's probably me.
Followed by maybe who's hurting the most? Because the one who's hurting the most should probably stay in the back.
I'm pretty sure the only person who's taken damage since the last time was,
Yeah, our little short stack. So how about Doug comes in first, or is followed by Litney, then and Raz, then Laviande.
Raz looks back at the bird.
Oh yeah,
Bird's
yeah.
still over here.
He's just
Kind of right on
watching.
someone's shoulders.
He's just watching.
She's just checking to see what he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be in front, so he's all the way in the back.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that he's like double thinking this whole thing, So the bird just comes forward. It's like, okay, so I think I should just go out front because I'm worried that the dwarf might get stabbed.
It's fine. He likes being stabbed.
Sir Doug, that's not
blinks.
nice.
He blinks and then he just looks at you and just like, do people like that? Like,
only the strongest of dwarves love being stabbed. I'm weak, as he has mentioned. I don't like being stabbed, but he's strong. He likes it.
So I should stab more dwarves then?
No,
Yeah.
no. Don't stab
Only the
more.
ones with big. Only the ones with big muscles.
But, Sir Duck, you also have muscles.
I have small muscles.
No, don't pay attention
The
to him.
bird looks
He-
down at himself. He looks at his forearms. He
Sorry,
flexes his
sorry.
wings. He looks up
I'm
at
back.
Doug. Okay, so basically,
All right.
he's gonna be in the back.
All right, just stay close to Lady Rats, and we should be okay. So, Doug, what do you see?
Passively or well, searching. Passively, I have a 15. So
Yeah. Uh, just for everyone, just so we can get this going.
Yeah, sure. So basically, you immediately don't see anything. From what you can tell, you don't imagine that. It doesn't look like there seem. It doesn't look like there are any defenses on this side of the door. It seems like that side of the door was it. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything. Like just over here is basically just a whole bunch of like essentially just a horde, you know. But none of it strikes you as just useful, like something you want. It just seems like higher value than all the other knickknack. Like from originally at the entrance, there was empty boxes. Then there are boxes filled with like very very low value things, and over here it's like just a whole bunch of things which, if you could drag them all back, you'd probably get a hefty amount, but you'd also have to fence them all.
I think I can see a little further than what you have right there because I have 120 feet of dark vision.
Hey,
Yeah, but not from
Razzle
where
the
you were.
12, is there anything that they could spot from the rubbish?
Oh yeah,
Any-
you
Any
can.
item.
Oh yeah, you can see like a few coins have been tossed here and there, just of no consequence. Like they weren't even interested in it. Like about like I don't know, 2d6 silver. There also happens to be like a few small little doonickies. I mean,
Don't go
doohickeys.
too far from.
If you like, I don't know, if you scrounge up a whole bunch of like these items, you could probably get like a few gold out of them. But at the same time,
I mean, we have a cart side that we could pop everything into.
yeah. But at the same
in-
time, you're being paid to give the location of all of this, so it'd
Yeah.
probably be too much of a hassle to steal items from here. And just be like, hey, I got this cart full of items coming back from the place where I found a stolen cart.
Thrash is just looking.
As you
Alright.
guys are stepping forward into this area, the ground underneath is kind of icky.
Hmm?
The ground underneath is kind of like, it's like mud almost, as you're walking past, it's just like,
Yeah.
and
Laviande backs up and goes on the ceiling.
yeah, that just strikes you as a little bit odd because when you're thinking about it, mud, that doesn't seem right.
Can I roll an investigation to see if I can't? And like, is this something we should be worried about?
Go ahead, roll me investigation.
10.
That's enough. You are pretty sure you're not close to any water.
There's no water.
You are pretty sure, in fact. You're pretty sure, in fact, that this is the distinct smell of blood. It's very tough for everyone else to like immediately ascertain it, just because of how messy this place is and how jumbled up all of the smell is. Right? You just can't immediately tell
Yeah.
what you're what exactly you're smelling. Even though there's a dead cleric here, to him he's gotten accustomed to the smell. But you specifically, you're kind of attuned to this smell in a weird way, which you're not entirely comfortable with. This is the smell of blood. So what you're stepping on, this mud, it's not wet with water. It's wet
How
with
fresh is it?
blood and other bodily
fresh is it?
fluids.
How fresh is the blood? Like
About a week or about maybe a week at most. You know,
Yeah.
at the soonest. I mean, it's about a week old. About a week old at the soonest. Maybe 2 weeks. Maybe 2.5 weeks. So it is very, very weird for you that there are no flies around.
Litney does mention this to the party.
And
It's blood. It's blood we're stepping on.
and as you guys are moving forward, there's immediately not a whole lot to see, except basically just a whole bunch more boxes in another little room, another little dirty room in this cave. Tons and tons of crates. You can see a few more. You can actually spot a few little valuable things, like a little bit of a pocket watch. You know, things like that. You're just scattered, like of no consequence, lying around. Various alchemical supplies. And over here is a tunnel leading somewhere, God knows where. But as you guys see all of this with all the piles and piles of nonsense, Raz,
Yes.
you feel a bit of curiosity.
Oh dear.
In fact, hold up a second. Just give me one moment.
Reminder, if that matters, Laviande is on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if we could take a long, no, not necessarily a long, but at least a short rest before going any further, that would be very appreciated.
You might not have the chance because
Oh, fuck me.
Foolish mortals! An echo comes from deeper within the cave.
Huh.
You trespass in my domain, and for that you shall face a far worse fate because of it.
It's coming from Raz.
no, he's just a voice of this thing.
Hmm? Lady Raz, is everything okay?
Raz is just like pointing into the cave, just like, there's a thing in there.
See, let me explain this clearer. The
Well, yeah.
Lead Bomber
I
is
got that.
voicing it, not Raz. Raz
Oh,
is
okay.
perfectly silent. Lead Bomber just
Alright.
happens to be a voice.
Litney is going to prepare her spell, chill touch. Well, no reason not to move forward then.
Raz is going to roll to see if they can find the source of the voice.
You can indeed see the source of the voice, everyone. What do you see?
Where-
In the middle of the room, atop a pile of trash. Well, fairly expensive trash, but trash nonetheless, with the way it's been scattered. You guys see this. A small puppet. Red porcelain. Black eyes. Golden pupils staring at you. A wicked white smile carved into its puppet face.
Oh, fuck that. And Laviande is
I
just going to
posted a
backtrack.
reference.
Yeah, I know. I wrote that before seeing it.
Yeah. So,
Nope. I saw the
you see,
I saw the Goosebumps movie. I know how this all ends. Fuck that.
you see a little puppet sitting atop a pile of trash. staring at you.
So-
But seriously, I wouldn't go that far. Still though, I would at least go there.
So you're the one who's been running this show, or are you just another pawn of this dark master? Litney
You
asked.
question me?
Well, yes, that's kind of why I spoke up.
Raz is just kind of like rubbing their chin, slowly approaches the puppet.
Hmm?
Stand back!
Raz?
Raz casually picks up the puppet. Curse now! You're cursed! Good going, idiot.
Lady Raz, what are you doing?
Raz just kind of shakes the puppet now.
Attends, t'as besoin d'aide?
Ah!
Litney is conflicted and looks to Doug with a like, what the heck's going on here? Kind of look.
As Doug starts to like pull out his axe and walk up and threaten the puppet with an axe, because that sounds like an option.
Zid just looks at his chest. Talking toy.
Yes,
Ah,
yes.
sorry.
The toy talks.
So Raz is just holding the puppet after, giving it a good shake. It seems a bit shaken, of course. And I believe Doug said they've approached with an axe.
Yes.
The puppet's eyes slowly meet at the dwarf before going, go ahead. It's not like it's gonna do anything.
Ah, attends.
In that case, I will slice off the limbs of the puppet and separate them across the room.
You know what? Do an attack roll. I want to see this.
Right, does he get advantage since
Oh,
Does
yeah,
it
that's a good
help?
roll. Why don't you roll to attack?
that slashing is the
Yeah.
Oh. Well, in that case, good attack. It doesn't really do anything. The attack just kind of runs off the puppet.
Then he leans in. Interesting. Another inanimate
You seem very nonchalant about this puppet. Does it belong to you or something?
Razzle shakes their head no. They just thought it was funny.
So you just go ahead touching random talking thingies? How's that not gone bad for you yet?
Razzle holds up a sign simply going, I mean, I can tell when someone's lying pretty well.
Star, may I roll a Arcana check to see if I can't identify what the frick this puppet is?
Go ahead. Feel free.
22.
Okay.
Litney has this intrigued look on their face, like they did when Laviande appeared and started walking on walls, or crawling on walls with ease.
So, Lead Bomber, do you feel like telling, Litney
I will
exactly?
describe the puppet a little bit better. That's your Arcana check. As you do note, it has a very demonic aura about it, obviously, given the voice, the appearance, just the general energy of the puppet. But from what you can also tell, on the back of its porcelain head is a marking, kind of like a runic carving on the back.
Yeah.
It has a slight glow to it, so it's obvious that this is probably doing a lot of the things. You can't tell what the mark does, but you can tell that mark's responsible for why the puppet's seemingly indestructible.
Can am I able to identify what language the markings are in, or
Go right ahead. Well, actually, no. With that 22, it is very much infernal.
Infernal. Can I start? Is this something that Litney can instinctively read, or no?
Litney finds infernal very familiar, but Litney
If that's the
cannot
case-
read infernal.
Oh, okay.
It's so familiar, but I can't understand what it's saying. But by the looks of it, it's what's keeping our little. They'll knock on the puppet's head with the quarterstaff. Our little friend here.
Porcelain, you idiot!
Oh, sure.
What kind
Say.
of lich are you?
Sorry, I completely missed the description of the puppet while I had to step away.
Don't worry
What's
about it. It's a dark red porcelain, black eyes, golden pupils, wearing a black suit. It's
Mhm.
just exactly as you see, but he's also got
Yeah,
infernal
okay.
There's a
symbols on the
reference
back.
picture. There's a
Yeah.
reference
Yeah,
picture.
he's got
So,
infernal
So-
scripture on the back of his head.
Okay, I see.
kind of lich are you?
I'm not a lich. Well, Litney looks to himself. Goes, I'm not quite sure what I am, but I know I'm not alive.
Are you a Wechsel kind? Laviande asks to the puppet.
You asked what?
Laviande asks to the puppet if they're a Wechsel kind.
What's
What you see before you is one of the most powerful demons of the era. Being that once almost conquered this entire bloody continent.
And Laviande's gonna ask, say bread in Abyssal.
No.
Why? If you're a demon, you should know.
Yes, but it's why?
Because I want to make sure that you're not bullshitting me, so just say bread in Abyssal.
He says bread and abyssal.
Well, that works.
That is not bread in Abyssal. She says, knowing full well that she doesn't know jack shit whether or not it's actually Abyssal or not. She's just guessing because she doesn't fucking
Anyway.
speak Abyssal.
Anyways, down to the business. Why are you here? And are you just here to guard the stuff?
All I can say is I have been in this cave for the past 20 years.
Want to get out?
Or at least I can think it's this cave. Usually my surroundings have been a little bit more darker than usual. Idiots don't get torches.
Well, you're a terrible guard dog, you know that? And Litney just goes and walks over to one of the crates to inspect what's in it.
If I could move my arm, I'd be flipping you off right now.
Oh, that's
you
fine,
can't even
Rachel.
move, seriously?
Rachel, he'll do the thing. Rachel flips the puppet off in response, and then ducks back into the robe.
Laviande is just gonna be like, he's gonna go, she's gonna do, she's gonna like lower herself a little bit, like, you know, drop from the ceiling to the ground and ask the puppet, hey, enough pleasantries. Do you know who the Devourer is?
1 second.
Yeah, Litney
And
just. Depends. Well, given that they're here, that means they're serving this dark master. Litney's still just scrounging around.
And then, unless she gets a response, Laviande's just gonna like talk into her
Palmer, are you
tail.
there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So he doesn't say anything?
He's just, as he said, it depends. You've yet to sway him.
Okay, so Laviande's gonna do a thing and go, and she's like gonna grab her tail, open it, and like talk into it, which doesn't, spoiler, doesn't actually do anything, but he doesn't know that, and go, hey, Master El Coco, do you know this guy?
He looks, it's just like, really? Communication via one consumption office.
Yes. He tells me that you're a
It is
bitch.
weird that you have such a line of communication with the Devourer.
Wait, what?
Or at least
Laviande's gonna
followers.
have like an existential crisis and like, wait. One sec. He was the Oh,
No.
not that I'm complaining, but like,
No. Forget it. I know of the thing you speak of. The question I raise is, why do you care?
well, it's a long story. Basically, and she's gonna overshare. So basically, I wasn't always like this thing that I am. I was once, just a normal gnome living a normal, sad, boring life in the forest.
You're no?
Well, yeah, I was. I'm not anymore, but I was at one point a gnome. A forest gnome, to be precise. Then, what happened was, a bunch of ogres showed up, ate almost everyone except me, and then I met El Coco, and he turned me into this to get my vengeance. So I did. I ate their children first, then their elders, and then the rest. Well, no, actually, I ate the cripple before the normal adults. But anyway, so that's irrelevant. What is relevant, though, is that they keep talking about how they believe that it was the Devourer hurting them. So that's why I'm trying to understand who the fuck that is.
All I can tell you is, given the years I've been inanimate in dark spaces, I know little about where they are. All I know is I know of the legend of the creature that spawns those who drink of the fat of one's body.
And that's the Devourer.
Anyways, we could continue this conversation later. Or anyone want to help me bring these boxes to the carriage? Oh well.
Oh yeah, sure. No,
I absolutely would. As you
Don't
hear,
worry, young
as you
puppet. We're
hear
going to have this
someone
conversation later.
appear from down
great.
here.
Damn.
No, from the cave, the tunnel.
I
It's like-
know.
And basically, you just hear the clack as he says, "My dear lord, if only you told me you would be coming, I would have made this this cave
sorry,
clear." Yes.
I missed everything that happened after you said I absolutely would. What happened?
Yeah, I absolutely would. And basically, you hear the clack as someone approaches from the cave. This dark hooded figure.
Oh,
I will
Lord.
say I was
This
still
time
My
holding on.
lord, you wouldn't have to sneak over here just to surprise little old me. And then she
I
just.
just want to point out.
I want to point out I was still holding in action for chill touch.
You can't hold it this long, bro.
Ah, okay, never mind.
You were actively talking with someone.
Fair enough. Anyways,
Anyway,
continue.
and then so
Ignore that.
basically she just this figure just stops, just turns to look at you like, wait a second. You are
Looks at
not the Lord. You are just a faker. And she points at you. How dare you trick me like that?
And it's
And
to
we're going to
Litney.
end our session here.
All right. Well, just so you know, Laviande is kind of currently a little bit pissed off, and she's gonna take the earliest convenience possible to contact her patron and go like, hey, what's the big idea? You were the one who sent all the ogres? They said they did what you asked them. So yeah, but yeah, that's what she's gonna do later. Sorry about the noise.
That's all right.
Oh, good.
So
In
you
there.
want us to roll initiative?
You know what?
Sorry, it's taking us so long.
You know, we're stopping the stream right now.